Today, we will unveil the secrets behind one of the most mysterious and fascinating symbols in history, the emblems of Freemasonry. Look closely at the image we have here. Have you ever wondered what these symbols mean and what their purpose is? We will explore every detail and understand how they connect with one of the most enigmatic societies in the world. Get ready for a journey full of mystery and knowledge. First, let's talk about the central symbol, the all-seeing eye. This symbol is known to represent divine watchfulness and protection. In Freemasonry, he is often associated with the idea of a higher being who observes and guides human actions. But what few know is that this eye has roots in several ancient cultures, such as Egypt and Greece, where it was considered a symbol of wisdom and clairvoyance. Why did Freemasonry choose this symbol? Let's dig deeper into the story and discover the influences that led to its adoption. Now, let's look at the bars and squares that surround the all-seeing eye. These instruments are essential to Freemasons, representing morality and integrity. The compass symbolizes the ability to draw a moral circle around our actions, while the square represents righteousness and justice in our decisions. These two symbols together form the basis of Masonic ethics, guiding members in their quest for fair and moral behavior. We will explore their origins and how they evolved over time. Note also the letter G in the center. It is often interpreted as a reference to God, or geometry, which is considered divine science by Freemasons. Geometry, in the Masonic view, is the key to understanding the order and harmony of the universe. This concept dates back to the Pythagorean belief that everything in the cosmos can be explained through mathematical relationships. We will explore this connection and understand how geometry plays a crucial role in Masonic traditions and rituals. Also, note the scale and sword present in the image. The scale is a universal symbol of justice, indicating the need for balance and impartiality in our actions. The sword represents the defense of truth and justice. In Freemasonry, these symbols reinforce the importance of fighting for a just and equitable world where actions are judged with equity and integrity. Let us unravel how these symbols are used in Masonic ceremonies and their relevance in the lives of members. Finally, note the various ornaments and intricate details that adorn the image. Each element has a deep meaning and is intertwined with Masonic traditions and teachings. From the flames that symbolize the illumination of knowledge, to the ornaments that represent the connection with the ancient builders and architects. Let's explore each of these details and understand how they connect to form a harmonious, meaningful whole. The symbolic wealth present in Freemasonry is not limited only to the emblems we have already discussed. There are a wide range of other symbols and rituals that play crucial roles in Masonic life and understanding of its teachings. Get ready to discover more mysteries and fascinating stories. One of the symbols that deserves to be highlighted is the apprentice mason, represented by the rough stone. This stone symbolizes the individual in his natural state, full of imperfections and without definite form. The Masonic process involves carving this rough stone, turning it into a polished and perfectly carved stone. This work symbolizes the personal and moral improvement that each Freemason seeks to achieve through study, work, and introspection. It is a powerful metaphor for the journey of self-improvement and character development. Another important symbol is the Temple of Solomon. In the Masonic tradition, the Temple of Solomon is seen as a symbolic representation of the human body and the universe. Every detail of the temple, from the pillars to the altar, has a specific meaning that reflects the principles and values of Freemasonry. The pillars, for example, symbolize strength and stability, while the altar represents devotion and spirituality. The construction and maintenance of the temple are a metaphor for the construction of life itself, based on solid principles and ethical values. Masonic rituals are also full of symbolism and are fundamental to the transmission of teachings and traditions. Each Masonic degree has a specific set of rituals that must be followed by the initiates. These rituals are designed to impart moral and ethical lessons, as well as reinforce camaraderie and unity among members. Let us explore some of these rituals, such as initiation, elevation, and exaltation, and understand what they mean for Freemasons. Another fascinating aspect of Freemasonry is its historical and legendary foundations. Many of the Masonic traditions and symbols have roots in ancient civilizations and mythologies. For example, the legend of Master Hiram Abiff, the chief architect of Solomon's Temple, is a central story in Masonic rituals. This legend, which speaks of integrity, sacrifice, and resurrection, is used to teach lessons of courage and perseverance to Freemasons. Let us unravel this and other legends that form the basis of Masonic beliefs. It is also important to highlight the hierarchical structure of Freemasonry. Freemasons are organized into lodges, which are overseen by a Grand Lodge. Each lodge has its own rituals, symbols, and teachings, but all follow the fundamental principles of Freemasonry. We will understand how this structure works, how Freemasons organize and collaborate, and how hierarchy contributes to the maintenance of order and tradition within the organization. And of course, we cannot fail to mention the impact of Freemasonry on society. Over the centuries, many influential leaders, thinkers, and innovators have been Freemasons. Freemasonry has played an important role in social and political movements, promoting values of freedom, equality, and fraternity. We will explore some of the most notable historical figures who were Freemasons and how their contributions shaped the world we live in today, revealing more intriguing and little-known aspects of this organization that has fascinated people over the centuries. Now, let us delve into some of the most esoteric and mysterious elements that make up the rich symbolic and ritualistic tapestry of Freemasonry. Each of these elements has layers of meaning that intertwine with the traditions and beliefs of the Freemasons. First, let us discuss the symbolism of numbers in Freemasonry. Numbers such as 3, 5, and 7 have special meanings and are often found in Masonic rituals and symbolism. The number 3, for example, represents the triad of forces, wisdom, strength, and beauty that are fundamental to the construction of the Masonic temple. These three pillars symbolize the harmony between mind, body, and spirit. We will explore how these numbers are integrated into rituals and what they represent in the context of Masonic philosophy. Another fascinating symbol is the flaming star, often associated with the pentagram. In Freemasonry, this star is a symbol of light and knowledge, representing the relentless pursuit of truth and spiritual enlightenment. The flaming star can also be seen as an emblem of human genius, the ability to transcend and reach new heights of understanding. We will unveil the origin of this symbol and its role in Masonic rituals, as well as its connections with other esoteric traditions. Freemasonry also makes use of specific colors, each loaded with deep meanings. The colors blue, red, and white are particularly important. Blue is often associated with truth, loyalty, and constancy, while red symbolizes courage and fervor. White represents purity and innocence. These colors are not chosen randomly, each of them is carefully integrated into Masonic rituals and attire to reinforce the teachings and values of the order. We will explore how these colors are used and what they symbolize in different Masonic contexts. In addition to visual symbols, Freemasonry also uses a symbolic language rich in its texts and discourses. Specific words and phrases have hidden meanings and are used to convey teachings in a veiled manner. For example, terms like light, temple, and constructor have profound meanings that go beyond their literal definitions. Let us unravel some of these terms and understand how symbolic language is used to impart esoteric wisdom to initiates. Another intriguing aspect of Freemasonry is the use of allegories and parables in its rituals and teachings. These symbolic stories are designed to convey moral and philosophical lessons in a way that is memorable and impactful. The legend of Hiram Abiff, which we mentioned earlier, is a classic example of a Masonic allegory that teaches about integrity, sacrifice, and the pursuit of truth. We will explore other allegories used in Freemasonry and understand how they are applied to teach and inspire members. Finally, let's talk about the role of charity and philanthropy in Freemasonry. Although Freemasonry is often seen as a secret organization, it also has a strong tradition of community service and helping those in need. Masonic lodges often engage in charitable activities, supporting social causes and helping to build a more just and equitable society. We will explore some of the most significant philanthropic initiatives in Freemasonry and understand how these efforts reflect the core values of the order. Let us delve further into the esoteric aspects and rituals that form the basis of this ancient brotherhood. Freemasonry is rich in symbolism and practices that carry deep and complex meanings, many of which are revealed only to initiates as they advance through the degrees. Today, we will explore some of these degrees and understand how they shape the Masonic journey. Freemasonry is divided into several degrees, each representing a stage in the moral and spiritual development of the Freemason. The first degree is that of apprentice, where the initiate is introduced to the basic concepts of the order and begins his journey of self-improvement. The apprentice is symbolized by the rough stone, which represents the unpolished potential. At this stage, the Freemason learns about the importance of work, discipline, and continuous study to shape his character and abilities. Let us understand more about initiation rituals and what they represent in the life of a Freemason. For some of you, followers of the channel, who is interested in doing some online shopping, we have 4 partner stores. One of them is called JORGERAFAELA, American Store, Submarine. Amazon, link just below the description. Good shopping. The second degree is that of companion, where the Freemason is symbolically advanced to the stage of polishing and perfecting his skills. In this degree, the Freemason is compared to the stone being carved, and he learns to apply his knowledge in a practical way. The companion is encouraged to seek balance between theoretical knowledge and practical application, symbolizing the union of mind and action. We will explore the specific symbols and rituals of this degree and how they help the Freemason grow on his journey. The third degree is that of Master Mason, where the Mason attains a deeper level of understanding and responsibility within the order. The Master Mason is symbolized by the polished stone, representing the culmination of his moral and spiritual development. This degree is marked by the legend of Hiram Abiff, the master builder of the Temple of Solomon, which symbolizes the search for truth and overcoming adversity. We will detail the teachings and rituals of the Master Mason degree, and how they prepare the Mason to serve as a leader and mentor within the order. In addition to the 3 symbolic degrees, there are also the philosophical and capitular degrees, which include a number of additional degrees that explore more complex and esoteric themes. These degrees provide a deeper understanding of Masonic mysteries and often involve studies in history, philosophy, and theology. Let us explore some of these advanced degrees and understand how they expand the knowledge and understanding of Freemasons. A fundamental aspect of Freemasonry is the use of building tools and implements as symbols to convey moral teachings. Tools such as the mallet, chisel, plumb and level are used to teach lessons about virtue, justice, and building a straight character. Each tool has a specific symbolic meaning that is explained to Freemasons during rituals. Let us unravel the meaning of these tools and how they are used to reinforce the principles of Freemasonry. Another interesting point is the relationship of Freemasonry with other esoteric and mystical traditions. Freemasonry shares many symbols and concepts with other traditions, such as Hermeticism, Rosicrucianism, and alchemy. These connections reflect the universal quest for knowledge and wisdom that transcends cultural and historical boundaries. Let us explore these intersections and understand how Freemasonry positions itself within the broader panorama of esoteric traditions. Finally, let's talk about the contemporary impact of Freemasonry. Although often shrouded in mystery, Freemasonry continues to play an active role in modern society. Masonic lodges still engage in philanthropic, educational, and community activities, promoting the values of freedom, equality, and fraternity. Let us discuss some examples of how Freemasonry is contributing to social welfare and human development these days. If you are enjoying this series about Freemasonry, be sure to leave your like and share the video with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and activate the bell to stay on top of all our updates. Leave in the comments your questions and suggestions of themes for the next videos. Until next time, and continue with us on this journey of discovery and knowledge. Exploring historical, cultural, and spiritual aspects that have shaped and continue to influence this fraternity over the centuries. Freemasonry not only preserves a rich tradition of symbols and rituals, but also possesses a fascinating and complex history that intertwines with significant historical events and figures. Get ready for a journey that unravels hidden layers of meaning and tradition. Let us begin by exploring the historical origins of Freemasonry. Although the exact origins are obscure, many historians believe that modern Freemasonry arose from the guilds of Masons of the Middle Ages. These guilds were organizations of workers specializing in the construction of cathedrals and other monumental buildings. Over time, these guilds evolved to include members who were not Masons by profession, but who were interested in philosophy, science, and ethics. Let us trace this evolution and understand how Freemasonry has transformed from a guild of craftsmen into a philosophical fraternity. A crucial event in the history of Freemasonry was the creation of the Grand Lodge of London in 1717, which marked the beginning of modern speculative Freemasonry. This transformation allowed Freemasonry to expand beyond professional boundaries and become an international organization dedicated to self-improvement and community service. We will explore the details of this historic landmark and how it has influenced the structure and goals of Freemasonry over the centuries. Freemasonry has a strong tradition of promoting education and knowledge. Many Freemasons were prominent figures in science, philosophy, politics, and the arts. Personalities such as George Washington, Benjamin Franklin, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, and Simon Bolivar were Freemasons and contributed significantly to progress in their respective fields. We will discuss some of these notable figures and their contributions, as well as understand how Masonic principles influenced their lives and work. In addition, Freemasonry played a significant role in important historical events. For example, during the American Revolution, many of the revolutionary leaders were Freemasons, and the principles of freedom, equality, and brotherhood of Freemasonry resonated strongly with the ideals of the Revolution. Similarly, Freemasonry had an impact during the French Revolution and the struggle for independence in Latin America. We will explore these events and how Freemasons influenced and participated in these historical transformations. Freemasonry is also known for its philanthropic nature and its dedication to social welfare. Masonic lodges around the world are involved in a variety of charitable activities, from building hospitals and schools to helping underserved communities. We will discuss some of the most significant philanthropic projects in Freemasonry and how these efforts reflect the core values of fraternity. The spiritual aspects of Freemasonry are equally important. Although not a religion, Freemasonry promotes a deep respect for spiritual beliefs and encourages its members to seek enlightenment and truth in their own lives. Masonic rituals and symbols often refer to spiritual and mystical concepts, encouraging Freemasons to reflect on their existence and purpose. Let us explore how Freemasonry incorporates these spiritual aspects into its teachings and practices. Finally, we will address the issue of secrecy in Freemasonry. Freemasonry is often seen as a secret organization, but in reality it is a society with secrets. Masonic secrecy is primarily about the rituals and symbols that are used to convey teachings in meaningful ways. We will discuss why secrecy is important to Freemasonry and how it helps preserve the integrity and tradition of the order. If you found this content valuable, leave your like, share your opinions in the comments and subscribe to the channel so as not to miss more videos like this. Until next day.